Yo, what's going on guys? HyperX here, and today is a very special video because we're going to be taking a look at the Sony Xperia 1 Mark III, more specifically from a gaming point of view. I want to give a massive shout out to Sony for very kindly sponsoring this video and sending me the phone to give me a chance to check it out. In fact, I've had a chance to check out the previous models. We did videos on them on the channel when they first came out, and they are fantastic phones, especially if you like gaming on the go, especially if you like mobile gaming. I know, mobile gaming might not be everybody's favorite thing, but honestly, in more recent years, mobile gaming has just become much more appealing. There are some fantastic games on mobile, and sometimes even if it's not your primary platform, it's just a means to kind of jump over and sort of play something on the go. Take Genshin Impact, for example. You might play predominantly on, say, PC, but then being able to jump on and sort of mess around on the phone, it's just really nice, right? There are some great games on there. Also, with things like xCloud and other sort of applications, we can play more and more games on the phones, and they're getting more powerful. Basically, it's just a compelling package, especially given that you can put it in your pocket and, just play whatever you want. So, genuinely, there are some great experiences. But this phone, I want to talk about it specifically from a gaming point of view. So if you do enjoy this, a like would be super appreciated. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think of it. But to begin with, just kind of rattling off a couple of things very quickly, just because, I'm sure you'll be interested in this stuff. Obviously, this is a new model. It has a fantastic camera. So if you are thinking about using it from the prospect of just general, day-to-day use, the camera is incredible. It has the Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 5G chip. It has a battery that you can charge up to 50% in 30 minutes, and it has a nice 4K HDR OLED 120Hz refresh rate screen, and obviously a nice sleek matte black design. So that's just the sort of super quick top level. If you want more tech stuff, there are plenty of tech channels out there that can explain the inner workings better than I can. But let's talk about the gaming stuff. So if you saw the previous models, you'll already know that on the Xperia they have a thing called the Game Enhancer. You can kind of see this like a hub for all things gaming. You put your games in here and it gives you a chance to access everything from one place, but also it gives you the ability to customize so many different things. And this is really, really cool, especially if you want to take gaming on the mobile a lot more seriously. On the surface level, you've got custom settings. You can tweak various different sort of gameplay settings depending on the games that you're playing. So you can, just choose from some pre-made presets if you want, just to kind of make things simple, which you can then sort of choose based on the type of game you're playing. However, you can then go a level deeper and you can start manually adjusting things. You can adjust the refresh rate. You can adjust the touch response speed. So basically, if you're playing something fast twitch like Call of Duty, I'm not really a, good Call of Duty player, but it's a kind of a good example to sort of demonstrate, because obviously if you want that fast movement, if you want to be able to switch directions really quickly, then having the high refresh rate, having the sort of a fast touch response means you kind of get the best out of it, kind of the best experience. But if you're playing something slightly more slower paced, a card game, something like that, you probably don't need that stuff. But you can then save the settings on a per game basis, so when you load it up, you're ready to go. Then you can go a layer deeper. You've got loads of image quality settings. Again, you can just choose from some presets if you want to, but you can then go a layer deeper and you can start tweaking the gamma razor if you want to sort of lighten up darker areas. So again, if you're playing competitively, you want to make sure someone's not hiding down a corner, then it might be kind of handy. Then on the audio side of things, of course, audio is just as important as visuals. They've got a load of kind of cool things you can do with this one as well. Again, there's lots of presets you can choose from, but you then have an equalizer, which you can then dive into and start manually moving and kind of adjusting things. So again, you're playing something competitively and maybe you want to sort of tweak it so that footsteps are super clear. You can start boosting different elements, different frequencies of your game to really sort of fine tune that. And then of course, if you're doing voice chat on the mobile as well, then you can also optimize it based on the type of headset you're using. You can balance out the audio depending on, what you want to sort of hear more. So you can boost up voice chat levels, drop down gaming levels if you wanted to. And there's even a voice changer if you want to have some fun. Then for those of you guys that of course want to go super serious, there are also competition settings where you can basically enable these to just get rid of all notifications. So if you don't want to be pinged when you're in the middle of a game, you can turn these on. You can then make it so that navigation bars and other buttons, you won't accidentally press them, to again make sure you can immerse yourself in the experience. Then of course, more relevant to the stuff that I do, of course, if you want to record content, you can do that on the phone. You were able to do this on the previous ones. New on this one, they have this feature called RT Record, which if you guys have played on consoles, kind of like flashback, basically it gets the last 30 seconds. You need to enable this, and once you've enabled it, whenever you go to press record, it will begin your recording plus add on the previous 30 seconds, so that way basically you just never miss anything, provided what you did was within 30 seconds, obviously. But you can do that as a means to kind of grab stuff from there, but you can also then go back and, you can record high frame rate capture as well. You can adjust this, record as low as 480p, as high as 1080p. You can record up to 120 FPS, Do keep in mind though, if you do want to do the recording, you want to use the RT record feature, that has to be the default setting, which is 720p 60 FPS. So if you do start tweaking with that, then you won't be able to use the flashback stuff, but you can balance it out depending on what's most important. There's even a burst feature where if you want to take some screenshots, it actually takes up to like 600 screenshots. It's like 20 shots per second from like a 30-second window. So if you're trying to find like a cool screenshot of something you've just done in the game, a lot of the time it kind of, you get the timing wrong or it's a little bit blurry, but now you just take the burst and you can scrub through it and find the one you want. So that in itself is also really, really useful. So yeah, plenty of like recording options. You can also like throw your face cam in it if you want to. So there's some sort of like live com stuff. So there's a lot of kind of creative options you can do directly from the phone. Then of course, if you do plan to play for long sessions, you also have the HS power control setting where basically you can enable this and then plug in the charger and then it will bypass the battery. So it'll A, keep the phone cooler, and B, kind of gives the battery longer life. So you're not just sort of constantly piling stuff through it. So this way it can kind of just keep it cool, let you sort of charge and play at the same time. And then of course, on top of that, you also have multitasking. So if you want to, I often need to pay attention in my game, but if you're in the middle of things, if you're in like a lobby, you're waiting for something to load, you can then use the multitasking feature to pull up things like YouTube or internet search or things like Twitter or Messenger or just things that you want to use, and you can do that without actually having to leave the game. So you can see from like the gaming point of view, there's a lot of stuff to kind of just enjoy here. And again, if mobile gaming is something you actually really enjoy doing, it's something you spend like a good degree of time on, then this is a fantastic device. Again, the fact that the screen is so big, the wider screen as well, means that when your hands are on the screen, it kind of takes up less, obviously you've got more real estate to look at. So it's just a really enjoyable experience. So that's pretty much it for the time being. Let's quick look at some of the gaming features on the Xperia 1 Mark III. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, massive shout out to Sony for letting me check out the phone, and keep it locked for plenty more. If you want to catch more from us at HyperX Gaming, don't forget you can catch the guys TwoSixNine and Paradise Central streaming over on Twitch weekdays, playing a variety of games. If you guys want to jump in, tune in, watch, and even join in, then make sure you check them out. The links to those are in the description box down below. And of course, you can join the Discord to get involved in all of the discussions.